Welcome to Lang Park, and what a sensational start we've had with a late change in the Manly side. Graham Hughes, tell me about it.
Well, you better believe this game is live here on 10 Sports Action. A late change to Manly. Charlie Haggett is not hooking. Captain Paul Vaughton moves from the lock forward role into that front row to take over the hooking duties. Off the bench, Ian Gately in 15, moving into the second row. Cunningham dropping back to lock.
Okay, we're live coming to you from Lang Park, and watch this, you'll enjoy it. It'll be fierce and tough right from the start, and look at it, straight away. They're into it. There is the full Manly side for you now, with Vaughton in the hooking role and Gately in the second row. The Brisbane side, as chosen, no surprises in that lot. Coached by Wayne Bennett. Bob Fulton, of course, coming up with that shock change right on the death. Now here's Brisbane in possession, with Niebling taking it up towards the halfway mark. Met by McKinnon. Dowling. From dummy half goes Kinescu. Around his neck, though, the defenders, Vaughton in there. Look at those tackles coming in from Manly, coming in pretty high too. Here's Langer. The kick knocked down by Daly. He's able to regather it though. Langer's flattened his back. Langer putting that little kick through.
Well, he ran square bang into big Phil Daly. He put the little chip kick in. There it is. See for yourself.
Yeah, the State Bank replay, he was manhandled there. There's no doubt about it. He should have received a penalty in my view.
So first scrum of the match. About 40 metres out from the Manly line. It's an awful messy scrum. Lewis has come up with it.
Now, Wally Lewis has knocked on in that scrum, I believe. And this Daly's going to be called out and spoken to for kicking at Lewis. Watch this. The ball was in Lewis's hands, and Daly's swinging the right foot into him. There's a penalty.
No beg pardons in this match. So Lewis kicks for touch, and Alan Langer is being assisted from the field. The trainer has come on and escorting him. Now here is Brisbane. Running strongly is Colin Scott. Immediately a change in the Brisbane side. Bill Anderson.
Yes, Craig Graff wearing 14's got on for Langer. Didn't look like a headbin to me. Appeared as if he was suffering from a cork.
Okay, so sensations right at the start of this match as Brisbane have the chance. Lewis out to Miles, stumbling as he took the ball. Just inside the quarter line. Brisbane back to Lewis. Into G. Some heavy stuff out there as Brisbane raid away, only 15 metres out. Here comes Dowling. Dowling a kick through, he's been taken out of the play. Shearer put it over the dead ball line, but the referee Mick Stone said that was okay. Watch it.
On the State Bank replay, there's Dowling. Well, I think it was a line ball there. Number 11 came in on him, Don McKinnon, and grabbed him just as he kicked the ball, but the referee disallowed it. No penalty coming from that, but they've got the line drop out.
The word from the sideline is that Langer is in the head bin. Alan Langer in the head bin. He will come back if he's well enough. Now here is Big Gene Miles. Big Gino winding up and running straight into the Manly defence. Playing it forward, picking it up, making another 5 metres. Inside the Manly quarter now. Big Gino. Gene Miles for the Brisbane Broncos. Here's Dowling. Dowling running straight into Daly. 9 metres out from the Manly line. The Broncos go blindside as Niebling. Niebling for the line. The defence holds him. And pushed back a metre or two for his trouble. Solid defence. Raff's passes to Madison, and now switching play. Coming back with it is Johns. Last tackle for the Broncos. Madison putting the kick in the air. Pressure for Shearer, who's gone back for it. Shearer's made a mess of it, but O'Connor was there to save the day. Oh boy, that was close.
Yes, that was a terrible mess that Shearer made of that bomb. It was ideally placed, and O'Connor had to clean it up at the last second. Drama.
So incredible pressure in the early moments for Manly. They expected it. They knew this would be on. Brisbane have come out storming. Gene Miles all fired up, trying to lift this team. A couple of crashing runs already. Madison takes the ball into the 22. Plenty of running from the Brisbane Bronco forwards. This time LeMan setting play up, taking it infield. Some good defence. The defence has held from Manly so far. G trying to test them out. Vorton and Cleels there to hold him just 10 metres out now. Coniscu, Dowling, Niebling, Lewis. Chris Johns. Met subtly by Cliff Lyons. Still 10 metres out. Opening minutes of the debut into the Winfield Cup in '88 for the Brisbane Broncos. Last tackle. They've gone to the air each occasion. And again, more pressure for Shearer. Well, he's lost it. This has got to be a try under the post. They've crashed over. Another mistake from Dale Shearer. And the Broncos have gone over for their first try, and Lang Park erupts.
Well, the State Bank replay will clearly show this was an ideally placed bomb directly underneath the goalpost. You can see Shearer come out. He makes a mess of it. It goes to Lamont, and he's able to go over and score the try. A beautifully placed kick, plenty of pressure coming through, everybody on side. Shearer came late at it. I thought he was looking away from the ball. Vorton made a desperate effort to stop him, but Lamont is able to get the ball down. And finally, on this replay, you'll see again Shearer goes too soon. He jumps too soon, but he appears to be looking at the opposition to me as they're coming, and makes no effort really to get it in the end. He just touched it with one hand, and that's a fine try.
Well, there's the try scorer, Brett LeMan, 25 years of age. Last season with the Brisbane brothers. Terry Madison now from right in front. Not a problem. The Brisbane Broncos off to a flying start. 6, Manly 0.
Now Crusher Cleal. Out of one. Look to offload. Still going Cleal. Getting a pass which has gone wide. And over the sideline goes Ronson. The pass was well forward.
Yes, the State Bank replay shows that the pass went forward. The quarter line was directly in line there and went about a half a yard forward. So it's a bad mistake by Crusher Cleal when in an attacking position.
Only early on, of course, but Brisbane have held the ball for 27 tackles. Manly for only 8. Here's Cunningham breaking from the scrum quickly. And a penalty will go to Manly. Holding him to play the ball. So an opportunity for Manly. Here it is.
Well, there's Wally Lewis. Still got his hands on the jumper and trying to kick from round the side. He does know better than that. He's arguing with the referee, but that will cut no ice with Mick Stone because Wally should be acquainted of the rules. He cannot stand at the side of a player and grasp him.
Well, the Brisbane second row forward, LeMan to the sideline, Billy Anderson.
Yes, going to the head bin, being replaced by 15 Mark Hone for some 10 minutes.
Yeah, head bin's getting a lot of use, isn't it?
Sure is. And there is Mark Hone. O'Connor, first opportunity to put points on the board for his side. He's just inside the quarter. He's about 11 metres in from touch. 39 goals last year. And the kick is going to be wide, flagged away. Now, can Johns get out of the in-goal area? No, he can't. The defence was too strong. So play will restart with a goal line dropout. Manly defence very quick to follow that kick through. So we've had about 13 minutes of play. It's Brisbane 6 over Manly, yet to score. Here's Lyons. And linking up with Shearer. Shearer in the quarter line. Shearer 10 metres out. Shearer will play the ball. Quick play the ball needed here by Manly. Hasler dummy half across to Vorton. Then to McKinnon, standing pretty shallow. McKinnon trying to offload as he thought better of it. And has been touched in the tackle by Brisbane, so the tackle count restarts. 10 metres out, Hasler's given it to Vorton. Inside comes Cleal. But Conescu around the ankles was able to bring him down. Now Gately. Heavy tackles going in from the Broncos. Manly 10 metres out. Hasler from dummy half. Hasler thought he saw a gap. It was there. He's been pulled down 2 metres out. Pressure now for the Broncos as Vaughton has it to Lyons. The little kick through ahead for Shearer. Shearer racing for the ball, but the kick too deep. There it is, 6-0, Brisbane over Manly, live from Lang Park.
Langer. The little man trying to find a hole. Last tackle for the Broncos. Lewis.
Forward pass.
Long ball. That was forward. Nick Stone was in good position. They want to stand and argue. It was directly in front of us here as well. No doubt about it.
A good metre forward this one finally ended up, and you can see it's thrown from one side of the pass. Actually, it's nearer 2 metres.
Billy Anderson, these Brisbane forwards are just going straight up and ahead.
Yes, there's not much subtlety in their play at the moment. They appear prepared to try and go through Manly and really keep them honest. But I should make a comment, I believe, on Dale Shearer. He dropped 2 bombs in 2 minutes. Maybe he's still carrying that shoulder injury.
Lewis wraps up lines. This will be a great duel, this one, right throughout. Matt Burke with his first touch. And the penalty from Nick Stone. The Broncos inside the 5. The crowd don't like it as the few of the penalties now turn around for the Manly Sea Eagles. And Michael O'Connor from some 41 metres out and right in front will go for goal. The sun just starting to set in Brisbane. O'Connor unsuccessful with his first attempt. One of the most experienced players on the field. He has a strong breeze at his back. Distance shouldn't be a problem. 13 rugby tests for Australia, 10 in the rugby league international scene. He's met that well. No goal. Score remains 6-0 in favour of Brisbane. So Manly starting to put their game together. One starts to feel that they're working hard for this try. And again, they maintain possession. Noel Cleal, the big man. Crusher Cleal unloads for O'Connor, but he's lost it. Well, this will be a penalty for the defence hanging on to Michael O'Connor. He had a couple of players hanging to him.
There's a little doubt about this. Here he is. He's been tackled already by 2 of them. Had only one hand to try to grasp the ball with. So the penalty was mandatory. I would have thought the referee would have started to think about 5 minutes in the sin bin for some of these stupidities. We've had 24 minutes of play, or 25 minutes of play.
So still unsuccessful in the kicking department, O'Connor. The crowd letting Michael Stone know what they think. O'Connor from about 33 metres out. This one is right in front again. And he's on the board this time. So Manly Warringah now first score, Brisbane 6, Manly 2.
Now, the Broncos right on the halfway mark. They run around with Kinescu and G. Finally, out to Dowling. Dowling caught by McKinnon. Kinescu picks up Niebling. Vaughton leading the Manly defence, showing the way. Now Hone. 32 metres out from the Manly line. Here's Langer to Lewis. To Miles. The one-hander for Chris Johns to the corner line. Johns is caught though by Hasler. Looking for the support on the inside. There was no one there. Took the tackle. Quick play the ball. Here's Lewis to Miles. Miles winding up. The overhead pass out there for Dowling. Dowling going for the line. Trying to turn it back inside. Has lost it. Picked up by Manly. It was Shearer who fell on it. Oh, but a near thing for the defending premiers. Brisbane full of running. Now it's O'Connor. O'Connor trying to get out of that danger zone. McKinnon. But this time the Broncos defence holding him well. Madison and Hone the tacklers. From dummy half comes Hasler. Heavy tackle on Hasler. It was Madison. Last tackle signal for Manly. The kick has been charged down, but regathered. Cunningham was kicking it and able to fall on it after the charge down. Here's Shearer again. Shearer stepping and linking up and with Cunningham. Ball back for Hasler. Hasler is 32 metres out from his own line. Now to Vaughton. Nowhere to go, Vaughton. Couldn't get his hands free. Lyons back to Hasler and then to McKinnon. McKinnon running wide. Pulled down just short of the halfway mark. And he's lost the ball. Well, there's a bit of a punch on, pushing and shoving. Nothing much in this, though.
Well, I'll be very surprised if Wally Lewis doesn't get 5 minutes in the sin bin for this. If we look at the State Bank replay, we'll see he's pushed away by Michael O'Connor, but unfortunately our replay cut out there. We'll see it again from another angle. Wally's pointing and punches McKinnon. A left hand to the face. I'm not worried about the punch. I'm just talking about the stupidity of doing it.
Well, I don't know whether Wally was trying to protect himself or whether he was trying to indicate something.
He protected himself by punching first. That's what he did. Okay, so...
But he's alleging, Rex, that McKinnon may well have done something to him in the play of the ball.
Well, we didn't pick anything from McKinnon up in the...
I'm only going on Lewis's reaction.
Lewis's reaction was that he's been a player that doesn't like having things happen to him.
Well, as it's turned out, the referee's given Brisbane the penalty.
Well, you know, the referees can be blind too.
So from all that, Brisbane get the penalty and restart 10 metres inside the Manly half. Here's Langer and Niebling. Niebling almost through. Not getting up. Eventually able to play it. Madison. Held by McKinnon. Niebling still down. And the Broncos are just 32 metres out from the Manly line. Here's Langer to Lewis. Lewis stepping nicely. Lewis to the corner line. Lewis looks for support. Found the lead Langer. Langer still going. 10 metres out. His pass is picked up again by Lewis, who is backing up. It's the Lewis and Langer show. Here comes G. G is only about 2 metres from the Manly line. Last tackle signal for the Broncos. Langer, the little kick through. This time, Shearer's able to take it well. And Shearer will play it only about a metre in the field of play. Oh dear, that was the Lewis and Langer show all over again, wasn't it?
Yes, they worked very well together there.
Well, they say that for a team to do well, a good half and a 5'8" must go hand in hand. Hopefully not off the field. Now Lyons is in the clear. Lyons is to the halfway mark. He's dropped. He's looked for support. Here comes Shearer. Now Shearer caught. Well, Hasler was with him and went without the ball. But Manly's still on the charge. O'Connor to the corner line. He's got support too from Lyons. Lyons run out of support. It's still there in the shape of Brisbane this time, unfortunately for Manly. And did Brisbane at least turning defence into attack as Chris Johns brings play upfield. What a game of football. The pace is tremendous.
Sensational piece of rugby league from one end of the field. Now they're trying to turn it round, the Broncos. Manly bombed those tries. They really had a couple of opportunities. Now it's the Broncos. Hancock. Hasler's across in cover. Terrific play from the little halfback. He read that Shearer was up in the line. He dropped back. He was the last hope for Manly. Now they go wide. The long ball. Out they go through G. Scott. Great action for the fans at Lang Park. Niebling in trouble for the Broncos. He's limped to the sideline. Lewis working with Miles now. When they go wide, they look dangerous. Again, Hasler reading play. There's the sad side of Brian Niebling, clutching at a knee. Big Greg Dowling goes the blind. Well, that's Ian Gately, a swinging arm. He let one go there.
Watching it on the State Bank replay, see Gately come in and swing one on him. By the same token, I would suggest that if Gately's going to start that sort of caper, he might get 5 minutes in the sin bin. That movement up there to the right when Manly took the play along 75 yards, Cliff Lyons was involved in that move 3 times and screwed it twice by staying and propping and going back on the inside.
Well, it was certainly 6 points crucified. Should have been under the goalposts, but they bombed it, and now the opportunity for Brisbane to add to their scoreline through Terry Madison. Well, they've threatened some great football, the Broncos. There's the replacement, Billy Anderson.
Billy Noak, former St George player in 25. He's gone onto the field. Very good ball runner.
He certainly is, well known to Sydney fans. So many seasons, successful seasons with St George. Now Madison. Just short of the quarter line and about 10 or 15 metres to the side of the post. Well, it's hit the crossbar and gone over. Well, it wasn't a good-looking kick. But there it is, Brisbane 8, Manly 2. Out. Nearly centre field. Both sides of play set up. They go the open through Lyons. O'Connor. Matt Burke. Matt Burke still going. Looks over the top. That's been touched. Well, that's got to be offside. That should have been offside. It was touched by the Broncos. Gene Miles was in an offside position and picked that ball up.
Here on the replay, you can see quite clearly that Gene Miles touches the ball in front of one of his own teammates who's just touched it. Definitely an offside decision the referee failed to grasp.
So, yet again, another opportunity lost for Manly. Greg Dowling hitting it outside the quarter line. Both sides, when they open play up and go wide, are finding plenty of holes. Last tackle again for the Broncos. This time Madison sets himself to put this ball away from Shearer. Came up with a couple of glaring errors in the first 40 minutes, but he's been running well from broken play. Bit of a lull in the action. Tremendous pace. Not for Desi Hasler, though. He finds a gap right up the middle. Oh, and he just couldn't get the ball to Ronson. Ronson was away, and now it's the Broncos. The counter-attack. Matt Birkin-Davis, the last resort. He steps inside Johns. Quick play the ball required. The crowd really shouting for the Broncos now for the support. Billy Noak. He's collected by Owen Cunningham. Langer, Miles, they set themselves out wide. The big man, short ball for Madison. And again, great defence from Des Hasler. He's been everywhere for the Sea Eagles. 5 metres out, Langer. Hone. Keith G. Just short, he's a metre short. Langer, the dummy. Lewis, try, easy. Easy try for Wally Lewis. And the crowd love it. The king and his empire.
The State Bank replay, the ease with which Langer was able to create a gap for Wally Lewis, the little dummy, the little shuffle, pulled the defence to him. You'll see it again. Watch him go there, the little dummy, the defence stopped. That was number 9. Crusher Cleal stayed in. And here again, Langer throwing the dummy. Cleal is sucked into him. Lewis finds the traffic very light on the outside and is able to score an easy try.
King Wally Lewis, 28 years of age, the captain of the Broncos, captain of Australia, and the Bronco cheer squad celebrating a great first half for Brisbane. Very disappointing Manly side. They've lost some opportunities, 2 or 3 great chances to score. Morton must be a very angry man. It could easily have been 6 points at the other end of the ground. They just can't afford to continue to waste them. This crowd will really give this Broncos side some great support in the second half. Madison with the 100% record. He continues it. Brisbane 14, Manly 2.
Lewis again. Johns. Johns, a one-handed pass back for Kilroy. Where'd he come from? The other side of the field, but the pass was forward. Well, Kilroy's come from his wing on the far side of the field to link up in that play.
Yes, well, it shows again Wally gets a little bit ambitious for some of his passes at times, and they are ruled forward, but nonetheless, it was a good performance by Kilroy to get from the right wing over to the left.
So Manly in possession now. Can they put points on the wall before the break? Here's O'Connor. O'Connor, what can he do? He's got Shearer with him. Shearer's got it, and the defence gets to Shearer. 15 metres inside the Broncos half. And with just over a minute to half-time, Manly desperate to put points on the board as O'Connor makes another 10 metres. Good run from him. 14-2 is the score. Half-time approaching. Here come the Sea Eagles. What can they do? That's out for Davis. Davis to the quarter line. Takes the tackle. What will they set themselves for now, Manly? And they've got the penalty. Again, the Broncos, Kilroy slow to get up or holding the player down in the play of the ball. There it is. Not getting off him quickly enough. So he's been sin bin as well. Kilroy in the sin bin.
Scored a try.
Well, while all that was happening, Manly have dumped over in the corner in the very spot that Kilroy came from.
Well, that's an astonishing bit of football by Dale Shearer, who's had a miserable game up to now, making a number of errors with handling. But he got up and played the ball forward, was unmarked again, and got up and played it forward again and made the line.
Smart thinking from him, Rex, as Kilroy had left his wing as he went to the sin bin.
Well, I figure he realised that he had to do something.
He sure did. And just inside the quarter. Let's have a look at this one. No, it's wide. So at half-time, 14 points to 6. The Broncos over Manly. And we welcome you back to Lang Park Live just in time for the kick-off to the second half. Well, there's the scoreline. Brisbane 14 leading Manly 6. And the second half is underway. Now, Manly, can they eradicate the mistakes they made in that first half? Because certainly it's cost them dearly. Here comes McKinnon. There are the first half tacklers for Brisbane. 9 for G and Konescu with 7. Not a lot of tackles. McKinnon and Vorton showing the way from Manly. But of course, that's because Brisbane have been able to hold the ball for 76 tackles in that first half. And Manly only 44. So Colin Scott caught 32 metres out from his own line. Johns as dummy half makes little if any ground. Hone straight into the Manly defence. Now Konescu from dummy half blindside, turning it back inside for G. Cross from Langer to Lewis, and here comes Miles. A good tackle on Johns from Davis. Back for Madison. His kick into the Manly quarter, picked up by Shearer. Shearer having an awful trouble in the first half with his hands. And immediately Manly spilling it. And again, Langer picking it up. Daly's back on the field, and that was him who spilled it. Penalty has gone to the Broncos. Well, Manly have been penalised time and time again in this match for indiscretions in the play of the ball. Hanging on to players' jumpers, laying all over them. And Madison has decided to have the shot for goal, try to put his side further in front. He's 32 metres out, and he's about 12 metres in from touch. Lock forward for the Brisbane Broncos. Struck it particularly well. The man's got a golden boot. The Broncos further in front, 16-6 over Manly. From Billy Noak, back for Lewis. Kicking to the open spaces. Shearer coming across for it, takes it okay this time. Through the tackle of Langer, but held by Noak, and lost the ball. Dear, oh dear. Hone it was who's picked it up for the Broncos, and here they go with a counter-attack once again. Alan Langer, 32 metres out. Konescu gives it to Noak. Noak to the quarter line. Gee, that's sloppy defence from Manly. Kilroy running back on after 5 minutes in the sin bin. Here's Konescu getting it to Lewis. Lewis. They've hung off Lewis. Lewis is going to score. Oh, Lewis has done it so easily. How easy was that for Lewis? Shocking defence from Manly. Absolutely shocking.
The State Bank replay shows exactly what Wally Lewis thinks of Manly's defence. He's gone through 2 of them there. There's the third. They come at him again. Shearer gets to him on the line, but it's over and done with by then. He's got the 4-pointer. It was a pass from Konescu, the hooker. He's gone through the Daly tackle, gone through the Burke tackle, and finally carries Shearer over the line with him. An astonishing try, and I think that probably just about closes Manly out of this game, or the possibility of a Manly win. Now he's gone straight through the Daly tackle, shrugged them off. He's enormously powerful. Through the Burke tackle, comes towards us. Shearer takes him, and he gets to the line. That's a fine try, as good a try as you'd ever see.
Well, there he is.
And by the way, welcome to the Sydney competition, Wally Lewis.
Yeah. He's got his knockers, but gee, you've got to give the man credit. Sloppy defence, I said that, but he's such a strong player, isn't he?
Well, 20 points to 6. One question is now what this score can finish.
And what about this fella, Terry Madison? Kicked superbly. And this time he's made his error off the side of his boot. The score remains 20 points to 6. The Broncos over Manly at Lang Park.
Dowling on the charge. They're all fired up in front of some 20,000 fans here at Lang Park. G into the Manly quarter. They've controlled the ball a lot better than the Sea Eagles. Billy Noak. Madison goes the blind. Looks for the gap up the middle. Again, it's sloppy defence. They've fallen apart. Manly have come apart at the seams in the second half. And Lang Park again explodes. Oh, it was all too easy.
You could be ashamed to be a Manly supporter when you see defence like this. Number 11 there, McKinnon, just missed the tackle so easy. It was a head-on tackle. There was nothing difficult about it. The sort of thing that prop forwards take every day. Now from this play the ball, just watch it. The State Bank replay, it's just a switch of play from Konescu. McKinnon can't stand his ground in front of Madison, and over he goes. There's the little reverse pass from Konescu. Beautiful. Nothing complicated about it. It brings them 4 points, probably 6.
Make it 5 from 6. Brisbane 26, Manly 6.
Well, we've got Gately in back play down injured, but Manly now taking it up inside the quarter. The trainer works on Gately. Can Manly set themselves for something here? Hasler is able to offload it to Lyons. Quick hands to O'Connor. O'Connor running towards his wing. It's still going. O'Connor stepping back inside. And is caught only about a metre from the line. Chance now for Manly to regain some prestige a little as Lyons looks for support. Got it away to Cunningham. Cunningham is caught only about 8 metres out from the Manly line. Hasler, Vaughton. Vaughton held by Noak. Broncos defence is okay. Now it's to Hasler. Everybody's pointing, but no one doing much as Hasler's able to flick it back for Shaw. Now it comes to Lyons. Lyons, the pass along the ground, which has been picked up by Burke, but the pass went forward from Lyons. And the referee, Mick Stone, has ruled it that way.
Yes, quite right too. The pass from Lyons, he held his pass too long, and the pass to Burke didn't come in time, and it went forward.
Johns looking for support. Langer again's there. Stands. Almost taunting the Manly defence. Lewis. Dowling. Back again to Lewis. Standing. Look at the strength of him. The defence just can't put him down. Now they do. Miles from dummy half. Short ball to Scott. Back inside as it goes to home. Now Dowling tries to straighten it up. Lewis. Short ball for Kilroy. The gap's there for Joe Kilroy. just grabbed at the last desperate stages by Davis. Coniscue from dummy half. Pushed back. A metre out. The last tackle for the Broncos. Lewis calls for it. Short ball. Miles.
Forward pass.
Forward pass he calls. Wally Lewis and the crowd aren't going to like it. But he called it forward.
Well, I think if you see it again, you'll realise it is forward. He popped it over the head of the Manly defender who came towards him and popped it in the forward fashion. I would have thought there'd be no argument about a couple of feet in that one. See it again.
He had no hesitation, Michael Stone. Well and truly forward. So Manly survived that one. Well and truly back on their heels. Cunningham. There it is. 20 points the difference. And only 18 minutes left in the match. Cleo gets that one away to O'Connor. Ronson. O'Connor doubles around. But that's been the story of the match. Another knock on right on the quarter.
One against the feet, is it?
No, it's come out to Manly. It looked as if it was going to be. But it's Langer stolen it. And Langer is having a blinder tonight. The little fella is just everywhere. Playing it now for Lewis. For Miles. Flicking it off to Dowling. Now the Broncos getting set for something as Langer's given it to Lewis. Looked as if he was going to switch it. Conescue was there to take it. It's come back for Madison. Madison's pass for Hancock. About 5 metres out. Lewis, Hone it was. G. 5 metres from the Manly line. Lewis giving it away to Miles. Back for Lewis. Lewis has got support too from Billy Note. And Billy Note's in to score. The Broncos rubbing salt into the Manly wounds. And again it was Lewis dictating play around the ruck. Going the blind side and finding Billy Note. That sign says it all. Bronco brilliance.
On the blind side of the ruck here, Wally Lewis passes the ball there to Miles, gets the ball back from one-handed pass, and then away to Note. And Note's only 2 yards to go, and he wasn't going to miss out from that point. From head on, have a look at this. There's Wally Lewis. Beautiful passes he's giving. There's another well-judged pass. Note, a stepper, is able to come inside the defence there and score the try. It's just so easy for the Broncos at the moment. They're just carving the Manly side well and truly up. This will be a salutary lesson to the Manly side. They haven't been humiliated like this for a long, long while.
And this fellow hasn't helped Manly's cause either. He's already scored a try and kicked magnificently. And look at this. Perfection personified. Terry Madison has sent the Broncos even further in front. An embarrassing scoreline for Manly, 32-6.
Just have a look at the story of this game. The possession held, 132-76. Told its own tale. They had plenty of opportunities in the first half, Manly. That's all the tackles, of course, that we're talking about. Manly continue to fumble their way in this second half, especially. Coniscue. Linking up with Billy Note. He's played strongly since he's come on as a replacement. He's picked up a try just a few moments ago. The last tackle for Brisbane. Lewis. He's controlled the match. Plenty of open spaces and time here for the Brisbane defence to get down there. Shearer. Johns. Oh, that pass has gone well and truly forward. Should be a try. It is a try. Try number 2 for Terry Madison. Elementary mistakes. Dale Shearer is going to hang his head. And the crowd celebrates.
Well, on the State Bank replay, here's Shearer with a desperation pass. It went forward. It swooped on by the wing three-quarter and got out to Madison. Now, Madison only knows one way to go, and that's straight and hard. He got the beautiful pass from Hancock, and that was all he needed. Watch this kick again from Lewis, kicking for the middle of the field, the middle of the park, forcing Shearer to have to run the ball out. So out he comes. He's trying to play catch-up football, tries to get a pass away. The pass goes forward, evades Shaw, picked up by Hancock, then given to Madison, and Madison scoots over for another try. Now, if I've got a calculator handy, which I haven't, I'll be able to assess the number of points that this man has scored. If you'll just take a moment, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 points he's had. Spare me days. I hope he's not getting paid by the point.
Well, he's not finished yet. Still 10 minutes to go. Lewis, he's driven his team all night. Madison, just short of the quarter. Well, he's done it again. He's got it on a string tonight. Brisbane 38, can you believe it? Manly 6. Well, the last tackle, that'll be a penalty to Manly for diving on the ball in the ruck. So Dowling was the man that went down for that ball.
Yes, he can't lie there. That was the first penalty, just lying there. The second penalty was having dived on in the ruck and handling the ball in the ruck. So it was a two-edged penalty to Manly there.
And he's still down injured. Still down injured, Dowling. He's got through a lot of work and a good player tonight.
You talk about final 5 prospects, Graham. I think the real test will come for the Broncos mid-season when they lose a lot of their players, like that man there, to the representative sides. It will be a real test of their backup strength.
But the warning signs are already out about trying to get 2 Winfield Cup points here at Lang Park.
You're not wrong. Here's Manly now trying to get some semblance of sanity into their game. No, they can't even do that. They'll get the penalty, though. Interference in the play of the ball. But there's no doubt whatsoever that the Broncos are going to be extremely hard to beat here at Lang Park. How they'll travel, only time will tell. Vaughton taking the tap. Shaw is a dummy half. An awful mix-up in the play of the ball again. Dear, oh dear. Broncos have come up with it again via Keith G. Now it's Miles. Rex Mossop was aged 10 years in the broadcast box here today.
And I haven't got 10 years to play around with.
Well, now Noel Cleal stolen the ball. So can the Manly Seasiders get in there? The Seagulls are in. Well, a belated effort, not very spectacular, admittedly, but it's points on the board. And it came from Noel Cleal stealing it.
Yes, here was the State Bank replay with Dowling getting a ball from the open side of the ruck. The ball gets stolen in there by Crusher Cleal. He's a great purloiner. He gets it away to Lyons. Lyons is straight away out on the outside of the Bronco defence, despite the effort of Kilroy, and goes in to score the try.
O'Connor's kick is unsuccessful, so it's now 38 points to 10, the Broncos over Manly, with about 5.5 minutes of play remaining in this match. Trust you're enjoying it live from Lang Park on 10 Sports Action. Great weekend of rugby league, and there's plenty more to come right through the season. In fact, we'll be coming north again, Rex, Wednesday night at Tweed Heads for the National Panasonic Cup between the Gold Coast and North Sydney.
That we will, yes. Looking forward to that. Up at the lovely Tweed area. But let's get this game over and done with yet. They haven't got to 40 yet, and I'm hoping they don't.
I thought you were hoping for a Manly revival here.
Oh, what, the last 5 minutes?
OK, what can Manly do now? Here's Shearer coming up with it to the quarter line before he's caught. Shaw is a dummy half. He's been lively since he came on, Shaw.
Yes, he has.
Trying to get involved in just about everything.
Well, that's exactly what he's sent out there for, to run very nearly every time he gets the ball in his hands.
Vaughton. And getting it away to Cliffy Lyons. Here's Shaw again, the man we're talking about, from dummy half, getting it away to Cleal. Cleal is caught 8 metres short of the halfway. Lyons right on his bootlaces, did well to pick it up. Matt Burke. Last tackle signal now for Manly. As Vaughton comes blindside, the little kick through for Lyons. Lyons has put it through again, but he's been ruled offside.
Yes, I think the referee was right in that ruling too. I think he was marginally just in front of Vaughton as Vaughton kicked the ball.
Let's have a look and we'll find out.
So there's Vaughton. There's Lyons. Well, it's only half a foot in it, but he didn't give him anything, I can tell you there. He didn't give him anything.
Here's Hone taking it up strongly. He's played pretty well too when he came on as a replacement early on.
Is there a Bronco who hasn't played well?
Quite right. G. And this little fella, by crikey, what a game Alan Langer's had. When he came into representative football last year, or the year before, everyone said he was far too small. How wrong we can be. Right on the quarter line now. The Broncos hungry to get the big 4-0 as Madison gets a pass, which is not a good one. It's been picked up, though, by Lewis, who got it away to Miles. And still keeping alive now as G gets it away to Dowling. And still support coming as Hancock got involved. Back to G, to Lewis. On it comes to Graff.
Oh, gee, they're playing dynamic football.
However, the big 4-0 not far away from dummy half. This is Johns. Last tackle signal. Johns very slow to get to his feet. Here's Lewis. A flick pass beautifully to home, but it's gone astray. Still alive, though. Alan Langer out to the smoking Joe Kilroy. And big Joe Kilroy, Smoker Joe, puts it down for the big 4-0. Scrappy stuff, but the points are on the board.
State Bank replay. See Wally Lewis throw the ball in a little one-handed pass behind his back there. Beautiful stuff. He's got the ball on a string out to Langer. There's an overlap created. Watch Shearer come across, and his foot goes from underneath him. He falls over. Kilroy in for the try. Dead easy. Again, watch this Lewis pass. The little tiny flick pass there behind his back. Went perfectly to hand. The next one was knocked down. But from this point on, it was a certain try because the overlap was there. He only had to pick the ball up and run. So the score has got up over the 40 mark. 42 points.
I can imagine the players and the coaches in Sydney watching this with some trepidation. King wide. Here's Madison. Can this boy kick? Terry Madison takes it to 44-10. The Broncos over Manly. And we're into the just about the final minute of play, about a minute 10 or so.
24 points to Terry Madison.
Full time can't come quick enough for Manly. Alan Langer scooping up the drop ball, and Langer still able to break out of tackles. Lewis picked it up beautifully. Now Johns. He's played pretty well too, Johns. As Rick said, who hasn't played well?
Yes, he's played better than I've ever seen him play for St George. Infinitely better.
Play right on the halfway mark.
I think I could play on the back line outside Wally Lewis.
Dowling. The crowd today, 17,451. And I'll tell you what, after this performance by the Broncos, that'll be double next time they play at home. G. And up towards the quarter line as G plays it. A field goal attempt from the Emperor is wide. And there is the full-time siren sounding. The party is over for Manly at this trip to Lang Park. King Wally reigns supreme with his Brisbane Broncos side. That's what it's like up here, folks. Final score, 44-10.
Lamont, Lewis 2, Madison 2, Noak and Kilroy tries. Madison, 8 goals. 8 goals, I think, from 9 attempts. Wally Lewis has come across to applaud his fans. Manly's 10 points. Shearer and Lyons the try. O'Connor, a solitary goal. 44 points, 44 embarrassing points to 10.